Hey guys, I'm Kelsey from Elevate, and today I'm going to be talking to you about 1 Timothy 4:12. And that verse would be, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." And what comes to my mind when I read this is basically saying, just because we are young does not mean we can do what other people think we can. We can still spread messages about God and what we're trying to talk about here at Elevate, and to definitely become stronger together. And and feeling, and how do I feel about my generation doing at this? How we're doing it, and are we doing good at it? Is in church, I feel we do so great at it. Just because we're young doesn't mean we can't speak about God. Doesn't mean we can't be the first ones to speak. And doesn't mean we can't, go up there and be like another pastor. And basically that. But outside of church, I feel that outside church, for some people, they just don't have the love they need to be able to feel like they can speak about it, because they're young and it's hard to understand at our age whether it's okay to do stuff. We're told we can't do stuff, but we do have things to offer to be able to do something. And that's what it's all about. Just because we're young, we can still do stuff. And I definitely think how we could do this better in or out of church. Maybe if you don't go to church, it's not something you're used to doing, you don't do it all the time. Maybe if you really want to start becoming connected with God and being able to, be that first one to speak, or even just to know something about God. You could start reading a chapter a day about the Bible, just one chapter at a time when you want to read it. Or even, start praying. Like, some people, they don't pray, but, it really helps you connect with God. And doing that, you will become stronger with Him and definitely become closer. And, maybe check out a youth group or something. Like, you have a youth group at your church, or maybe one of your friends talk about having a great youth group at their church, and maybe ask them, hey, can I come with you sometime? And then go with them. And if you really enjoy it, I encourage that you start going to it and really start becoming a youth that can be the first to speak and not be looked down on by someone who is older. And it's so important to be able to set the examples in faith and love, in purity, in conduct, and in speech, because we are young and we have things to offer. Even though we are, and people think we can't do those things yet, we can. We are able to offer them, and it's so good to be able at a young age to start learning about God, and to definitely start becoming a part of something, and being able, to be the first one to speak out about Him and about God, and not to be afraid to do it, because there's nothing wrong with doing it. You're not going to be judged for it or anything. It's so good to just, no one will judge you for it, and it's so good. And it's not like you'll be judged at all. Maybe your friends, they'll think, oh, why are you doing that? It's not like something you would normally do. But don't listen to what your friends say. What's important for you is to do what you need to do and do what you want to do. You don't follow your friends. You be yourself. And I think it's so important to definitely, when we're young, to start learning about that. Because in life, you're gonna make mistakes, but to learn it at a young age will be so good. And like the verse says, just because don't let anyone look down on you because you're young. And as your parents, example, when your parents tell you, you can't do this, you're too young, you can't go there, just because they say that doesn't mean you still can't do stuff. you can be the first to speak out about God and not be afraid about it. You can be the first one to actually start worshiping and knowing it's okay to do it and not be afraid, because you're with you could be with your church family. Like, I consider my youth group my church family because I'm so close with every one of them, and I know it's okay just to start calling out during worship because I know it's okay to do it. And if I want to like just go off by myself and be by myself and just think about it, it's okay, because I know no one will judge me, and I won't, and it won't. And I know it's okay to be the first one to to encourage others to just help speak out during worship. And I know it's okay to do that. And as it says, to be an example for the believers in speech and conduct and love and faith and in purity. All that means is basically be the first one to do it. You can set the example or raise the bar for others to help them. You can basically, what I'm trying to get through to you is just because you are young does not mean you cannot do it. You have something to offer. Everyone has something to offer. Whether you are young, whether you're old, it doesn't matter. You still have something to offer at a young age. Like getting the message about God and what we do at Elevate, getting that out. You can be the first to do that. Be an example. Encourage others to do it. And in love and in faith and in purity. Don't be doing stuff you shouldn't. Like your parents tell you not to do all this stuff. And you just think, oh, well, it's okay. They won't ever know. Don't ever hide something from them. Like, just be honest. Honesty is better than lying about it. Because lying about it could only make everything worse. And just being honest about it right from the start will not... obviously you did something wrong, but being honest about it could make everything so much better, and then making it so much easier to forgive what you did. And in speech and in conduct, the way you act at church, do you act the same way out of church? Like, do you only pray at church? Do you only read the Bible at church? How do you act in your conduct in and out of church? That's my question. And basically, I'll be honest, I don't read the Bible every day. I don't pray every day sometimes. And everyone sins. Everyone does it. Even I do it. Everyone does it. But, God will still love you. But you just have to know that He's forgiven you enough. And also, in speech, for that, be the first one to speak out. Don't be afraid to do it. Obviously, it's scary just to be the first one and the only one. But you'll encourage others to do it too. And that will help everyone so much. And I'll read that verse one more time. It's Timothy 1:12, chapter 4, verse 12. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech and conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. And I really love that verse so much because of what it teaches for young people. And it's such a great verse, and I really encourage you to look it up in your Bible or maybe write it down, because it's a really good verse just to know. Just have it around sometimes. Just think, if you have it with you, and then be, okay, well, I could be an example of how to act, what to say, what to do. And that's so good. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this today. It was my first time ever doing this, and I just want to thank you for listening, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the Devo. Bye.